Welcome to Men and Women Talk, the Mars Venus Show, with your host, Kinte and Shannon. This program hosts a weekly panel of men and women who discuss topics such as dating, the workplace, family, spirituality, cheating, and of course, sex. Monday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. This show is simulcasted live, audio and video between the website indieradio.org and YouTube, which allows listeners all over the world to gather together to tackle challenging relationship issues. And now here is your host, Shannon and Kinte.
Hello, and welcome to an all-new episode of Men and Women Talk, the Mars Venus Show. I am your host, Kinte, all the way live from Los Angeles, California, and I'm so happy to be here with you on this Monday. We have yet again a great show for you tonight. Just working through a couple of technical difficulties, but we will get there. This is episode number 101. We celebrated episode 100, excuse me, last week. So you ladies are starting our next 100. So thank you so much.
Hey, thank you. We are honored, and congratulations on your 100th episode.
I appreciate it. And for those people who are watching the show live on our YouTube channel, you can go to the top chat section and just put in a comment. I see there's people on there. Let your voices be heard. We will acknowledge you, and where it says say something. All right. So hopefully my co-host Shannon will be joining us at some point. All right. So let's introduce my guest. This first lady is, I've said this before and I'll say it again. She's one of my favorite people in the world. She is someone who has to deal with PR people all the time. It's amazing when you can meet such a wonderful person who's a PR person. It's the great Taisha. How you doing?
Thank you. Look at that intro. I never had an intro before. Thank you for having me back. I hope you people aren't tired of me yet, but I love coming back. It's always fun.
No one would ever be tired of you. You're an amazing person, and you always have wonderful things to say. And in this episode, you're fortunate that you've brought a friend with you, and I'm going to let you.
Friend.
Yeah, homie. So introduce your. Yes.
So I brought one of my good business besties, Ebony Maddox. She has a boutique in New Jersey, a physical store, and also she sells online. It's called Gorgeous Girls, and she has gorgeous clothes and bags and just everything like all the sophisticated ladies need. And she's just been such an inspiration. We're like going on our separate but same like entrepreneurial journeys, and like I call her and I cry, and sometimes I call and I want to quit, and she's like, nope, we won't be doing that today. So I'm really glad to bring her and have everybody meet her. She is awesome and amazing.
All right, how you doing, Ebony? Ebony, you there?
I'm here. I'm sorry, it was breaking up a little bit. Thank you so much for inviting me here tonight. I'm super excited to be here. Can you guys hear me?
Oh, yeah. You sound great.
Okay. Cool. So yeah. I'm super excited to be here, Taisha. Thank you so much for that wonderful intro. Yes, I'm the owner of Gorgeous Girls, Bold, Beautiful, Curvaceous. And yeah, I'm just glad to be here.
All right. So, let's go deep into you ladies' background. How did you guys first meet each other?
Taisha, do you want me to
start? Who wants to start? Do you want to start?
You can start, Taisha.
Okay. We met because we both enrolled in a business class. We didn't know each other prior, but we got to know each other during this time of the class and the course. It was over about 6 to 8 weeks. And so in that class, we were to find other people who were also in that class that had specific skill sets. And so, and then out of those different skill sets, I think it was like 4 or 5, you had to put together a group of those people that all had like a different skill set. And collectively, that group of people had pretty much every role and position needed that like a corporation has. And we just work together to kind of build each other up, and as a sounding board, like kind of like a board and a council. And so, the girls, they found each other, and I was the last person, I think, to the group, but I was like, I don't have anywhere. I said, I'm just gonna let somebody find me, and they found me, and we just like worked together so well, so well.
All right.
Absolutely.
And you're having some little technical difficulties, I guess, with the Wi-Fi or something. So hopefully that'll clear up.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sometimes that that happens. All right. So big shout out to Christian Davis, who's in the chat room, who said he just got fired today, so he decided to tune in. So we will be your support group, Christian.
Okay.
Absolutely.
As you know,
it might be a blessing in disguise.
That's right. That's right. I mean, hey, look, I can definitely share with you some getting fired stories. Have you ever had the security had to walk you out of the building? That is always the best. This guy did that happen to him before. And I see Angie from Black Love United in the building. She's one of my favorite people as well. And a big shout out to her. And I see there's more people on. Let your voices be known. We want to definitely give you guys a shout out. And if you have any questions, we will relay them to our guests. All right. So this show is going to be about you ladies' relationship, how you guys are entrepreneurs, and how you guys lean on each other for support. Now, being an entrepreneur is something that a lot of people who are not don't quite understand. Sometimes they'll tell you, why don't you just get a 9-to-5? Why don't you are you still doing that little job, that little business of yours? They put that little in there.
Little, yeah.
Or are you, oh yeah, this is my friend. He's trying to be an actor, or he's trying to open a restaurant, or they have all these qualifications in there with it. It's not as respected until you hit, then it's like, oh, this is my buddy,
right,
who has this business. So talk about and I see Tachi in the house. How you doing, Dr. Tachi, my dance teacher? So I want you, the ladies, talk about that moment when you realized, we'll start off with you, Ebony, that you wanted to be an entrepreneur specifically.
I think it's always been in my blood to be an entrepreneur. I'm the kind of person that doesn't like to be micromanaged, for one thing. And so I always, had it in me. But actually for me, a layoff kind of pushed me out there. I had this concept to start this boutique, but sometimes we do go with what seems to be secure at the time. But I realized that I wanted more, and if I wanted to build more for my life and to have more freedom and build a legacy for myself, that I couldn't do that working for someone else. And so I got laid off, wasn't really expected, tried to go back into corporate America, and then just really settled myself to, this is actually my time and my push to launch my own business. So probably 10 years ago, I came up with a business concept and what I wanted to do. But it was just 3 years ago that I actually launched my business and opened my brick and mortar store in New Jersey.
And before I ask the same question to Taisha, I have to say that if we were giving out season awards, Ebony would get the award for the best background, because that's I love that. She really is in a brick and mortar, for real. I love it. I love it. It's a great, it's really nice. I love it. So you get the award for best background, so shouts out to you. Aisha.
Yeah.
So tell us about when you
decided
that you wanted to be an entrepreneur.
I think I always knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I just didn't know what it was. I was very entrepreneurial, like a lemonade stand kind of kid. But I just kind of didn't really know what that was. But I had a really long 20 year career, working for nonprofits and corporate. However, I always had little side hustles and things that I did on the side. I always did like contract work on the side, consulting work on the side. But you know what I mean? Everybody talks about on the side. That's like a real job. It's not on the side. It was real work that I got paid for. And so, just after 20 years, and having a family and children, like the flexibility and the work-life balance just got really, really important to me. And I just knew like that my time, in an office, at a desk, kind of checking in, my days were limited. And actually back in August, I resigned from my job as the marketing manager at a performing arts theater because I just could no longer deny like the entrepreneurial call. And so many things around me were just saying that it's time to step out on your own, like it's the time. And I felt like the longer that I waited, the more urgent it felt, until one day I just pushed the button and I just like resigned on the spot. And so, there were times after that I kind of regretted it, like, oh, when that savings gets low, or those checks stop coming, I get worried. But as I just kept plugging along and being faithful, and things are really coming together and like exceeding my expectations, which just confirms that I did the right thing and that entrepreneurship is for me, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
I love it. Real quick shout out to Ryan in the chat room, as well as Imani. I definitely can relate to you, as the lemonade stand was my first business that I started, and all my friends were like, what are you doing up in that tree picking those lemons and putting lemonade? They thought I was crazy until I started having some paper, and then all of a sudden,
you pick lemons too?
Yeah, they were like, my friends were like making fun of me, like, what are you selling lemonade? And then when I started making money, then they tried to have their little shabby lemonade stand, and but they didn't do it right though. Like I always knew that having that presentation, everything. I knew it even as a kid, right? So I definitely can
right.
You. Now I know that Taisha's married. I don't know. What about Ebony? Are you married as well?
I am not married.
Okay, so let's talk about this. Sometimes when you are an entrepreneur and you're in a relationship, sometimes your partner can't quite understand what it's like to be an entrepreneur, because when you work a 9 to 5, you go at 9, you're done at 5. Maybe you have the weekends off, so it's pretty much understood. When you are an entrepreneur, a lot of times you don't have set hours. So sometimes in the middle of the night, you might have to go to, if you have a shop or whatever it is, the kind of work it is. So I want you guys to talk about, some of the, the situations when relationships, when it might have clashed or maybe not. We'll start with you, Ebony.
So I am single and I don't have children, so it does give me a lot of flexibility. But at the same time, I found that entrepreneurship sometimes makes you feel isolated because, like you said, your hours are not set hours like other jobs. There's days that I'm at my store for 12 to 15 hours, or I'm doing a pop-up somewhere, and so things are extended. So in some ways it does isolate you, because when I was working 9 to 5 and had the weekends off, I could hang with friends. There's a lot of things, sometimes you stop getting invited to things because, like, I'm in retail, so my store is open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6. I'm not making a baby shower on Saturday. I'm not making things. So there are adjustments, but I find that those stronger relationships and family relationships, people kind of adjust and support you in the fact that you can't always be there. But I think, honestly, in this building time of my business, that my singleness has been a blessing, because I don't have anything to compete with my attention on that level. So.
Right. And for all of Ebony's friends, invite her to the baby shower. Stop playing. At least let her say no.
Or have at the shop, right?
So, Taisha, now? You are married. Has there ever been any
Yeah.
conflict here, or do you have I'm imagining you have a supportive situation?
Yes. So my husband is supportive. And like right now, like he's keeping the kids quiet, keeping the dog quiet, so while I can do this. And those are greatest ways, because I don't have anybody else to do that for me, right now. And so that's a great support. And there's great ways that like spouses and significant others can support. In some ways, I just realize and accept that they just cannot, support you in some ways, because you kind of have to be an entrepreneur and just really understand like what it feels like, the kind of the ups and the downs. And when you're talking about like your CPMs and your R, everybody doesn't get that. Everybody doesn't understand how depressing that is. So it's kind of frustrating to want to kind of vent or brain dump or on someone, where that kind of stuff is just kind of like oh, kind of over the heads. And it could feel, like really listening, but they might not just really comprehend, or it just might not be their thing, like, because entrepreneurs are super passionate. And so, that level of passion doesn't translate from everyone, but there's so many people around us that support us in like the best ways they know how. And that's great. And I mean, entrepreneurs are so strong-minded anyway that, kind of we still like our lane and just kind of want to do what we want to do and make those decisions, but kind of like a sounding board for people to talk to. So I think it's just different levels, of support. And it just depends on, what your support person is capable of and understand and what they're interested in. But yeah, my husband totally supports me. Like anything that I want to do, he's like, go for it. And I'm always gung ho, but like when it's showtime and it's time to do something, like I'm freaking out and I'm panicked, and and there's nobody else that can calm me down but him. So, I always have him in my corner. It doesn't matter, what part of the business he is understanding or he doesn't understand. But like when my nerves are on 10, because, it's a lot of putting yourself out there. And, I'm somewhat of an introvert. So, when I'm having those moments where I'm like, I can't do this, he's like, yes, you can, and you will, and you look great. Go do it.
All right. Now, we're having I was hoping that it would clear up. So what I'm going to ask you to do, Taisha, is to log out and come right back in. Hopefully that'll clear it up.
Okay, cool. I'll do that. I have a new service provider, and I don't think they're going to work out.
No, I don't think so either. So while Taisha is doing that, let's Ebony, talk a little bit about your business, how you got started, and exactly what do you provide to the public.
Okay, so Gorgeous Girls, Bold, Beautiful, Curvaceous. I launched it 3 years ago on Black Friday 2015. My background is I have a degree actually in visual media and vocal performance. And then I actually, after undergrad, went to cosmetology school in New York City. And so I kind of connected all the beauty, fashion, visual stuff all together to do something that I wanted to do to help kind of the plus size community initially, but to reach out to all women. And it's kind of a balance in between. It is a retail store. We offer services, but it also is an opportunity to really empower women. So I sell clothing, handbags, accessories. I carry something for every woman, but I do specialize in plus size clothing. And also, I try to really connect with Gorgeous Girls every Thursday night at 7 o'clock. I go live on Facebook. I call it Happy Hour Live. I started it a little over 2 years ago, and I've consistently done it every week. It's a way for you to see what the store has, for me to connect with you, for us to talk about style, if you have questions, and also to purchase from the store. So that's been a great way for me actually to build my following and people connecting to the vision of what I Am Gorgeous Girls is. I carry very distinctive handbags. I did not really get into business, I always say, to sell handbags, but that is my number one seller. So yeah, that's a little bit about Gorgeous Girls. I also offer personal styling services as well as makeup artistry. So I kind of help with the total look. I call myself a fashion and beauty lifestyle coach. I help you to get it together from head to toe, but also from the inside out.
All right. I love it. I love it. That's I mean, there's so much there as far as what you provide. How do you know, like, how did you know that this was not just like a hobby, that this was something that you wanted to make what you do?
I think part of it was my passion for it. It developed out of, we see this body positivity movement going on, and there's so many more retailers that do cater to the plus size community, the curvy community, however you want to say it. But I felt like there wasn't enough options and there wasn't enough storefronts you could walk into. It is growing, of course. A lot of them are online, but I think it was something that I kind of grew into myself personally, this level of confidence, and I wanted to kind of share my experience and give more opportunity to other people to feel that confidence, but also to have a place to shop and find things.
Mm. So who does the designs and all that?
So basically, I just curate a look. I do work with a local designer who does custom things for my store, as well as for me. But basically, I just go the wholesale route. I just curate the look that I feel like embodies Gorgeous Girls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So do you have you know your friends and stuff? Do you have them look at them before they are that it comes to the market?
I don't. I don't. All my social media is I am Gorgeous Girls because I feel like I am my brand. It's also I am Gorgeous Girls so other people can connect that they are Gorgeous Girls. But basically, I have a style aesthetic, classic style, trendy accents. So the pieces I curate for the store line up with kind of what the Gorgeous Girls brand embodies.
Uh,
And of course that's always changing. But
mhm,
that's how I pretty much go with what I feel, not necessarily totally. It doesn't have to be quote unquote on trend,
mhm.
you know. So yeah, I don't really ask people. If people as my customers on Happy Hour Live and things like that, if they say I'm looking for this specifically, or can you get this, or how do you feel about this, I do bear that in mind in what
Mhm.
I purchase for the store. But
And we have Taisha back as well.
Yay. Is that better?
Much better, much better.
Okay.
Now is does Taisha does she check over the line as well?
well, she joins me on Thursday nights for Happy Hour Live. And
Uh-huh.
she definitely gives me a lot of feedback. I feel like Taisha and I really connect on the fact that we understand kind of the journey of an entrepreneur.
Mhm.
So when we're hitting these pitfalls, whether it's from external factors or challenges we may have in our business, I feel like we're great sounding boards for one another,
Mhm.
encouragers. We were talking about the Coin Collective. I am a pusher and an encourager, and she's a visionary. So we see things sometimes for different perspectives, but because we respect each other's viewpoints and what we contribute to one another, I can hear things from her. She has a different perspective. She can give me feedback on situations, and I can do the same for her.
I love it. I love
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep.
it. Okay, so let's go to you, Taisha. Now
Yeah.
we've talked on other shows about what you do, but you this is your first time on Men and Women Talk the Mars Venus show.
Yeah.
Want to kind of go into it a little bit. You are a publicist, a celebrity publicist. And for those who are not quite sure what a publicist is, just kind of give them a little background into what you do.
Well, I'm a celebrity publicist, and basically what that means is that I help people who are living in their purpose share their gifts with the world, and I do that through relationships with the media, and I help you to get on TV, on the radio, on blogs, on podcasts, on a major network TV, so that you're able to share your message with the world in an exponential way. And grow exponentially. I mean, there's no bigger platform than mainstream media to be seen and to be heard, and ultimately to make money. So that's how I help people. I work with businesses, brands, organizations, entrepreneurs. And I like to really work with like interesting people, especially people who are very niche worthy, because it's easier to pitch them to the media and kind of get them coverage.
Now,
Are you there, Ebony?
I am.
Okay, so we lost Kente?
I think so.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I was gone or not. Alrighty.
I'm not sure.
It's okay. Well, we're still live. Oh yeah, he'll probably log back on. So let's just keep talking. I guess what were we talking about?
You were talking about being a celebrity stylist.
Oh, publicist.
Stylist. I said
you are the celebrity stylist.
That's so funny.
Yeah, he says he has a tech issue. So you guys hold on. Me and Ebony have taken over the podcast.
Yes.
What do we want to talk about? We want to talk about women entrepreneurship and girl power. We basically want to tell people, about how it really takes a village, how it's made a lot of difference in our businesses to have someone who kind of understands, someone that can be a sounding board, someone whose advice you really take to heart. Because I know I get advice from friends or family and they kind of really don't know what business is like, and they're just kind of telling me their opinion, and I take it kind of with a grain of salt. But I feel like when I talk to you and the other ladies, you know what I mean, you all know what's up, and I really take your advice and your guidance seriously, because I know that you all know what it's like.
Because we're all in the thick of it, right? So
yeah,
there's a perspective you have when you've experienced it yourself, or you're in the process of experiencing it, that people from the outside, it's like consumers don't see it from the angle, with me being in retail. They don't understand.
Yeah.
They just know as buyers. They don't understand from my side as a seller. How things work all the time. So I feel like in our group, we may be, and most of us are in similar industries.
Because you're fashion,
right?
Fashion and beauty. I do publicity, PR, and Carlene is hair
stylist. Yep.
And she's a hairstylist, and also the hair educator. And then Toni is a beauty influencer, and she also has a social media marketing on lock. So we have most of the bases.
Sorry about that. That was
okay.
Bizarre.
We took over.
That was bizarre. I've never had that happen before, where I just got totally kicked off.
Listen,
thing.
That's all this girl power in here.
I love it. Okay, I don't know. It's some kind of error in here. We're gonna act like that did not happen. Okay. Hold on a second. We'll do this. Part 2.
Listen, is Mercury in retrograde? We all having issues.
All right. Sorry, people that are listening. It's such a great show too. But when I edit this, it's gonna be like this. Should never happen.
Okay, all right.
Cool. All right. Let's see. What am I? It's something I need to do before we get started.
So all this is gonna be edited out, right?
This is
okay.
Yeah.
Because I need to find something to sit my phone in. So all this is going to be edited out, right?
This is
Okay.
yeah.
Because I need to find something to set my phone in.
Here we go. Sorry about that. All right. All right. Let's see.
Aisha, move your phone
All
forward
right.
a little more because we can see the plastic there.
Okay. We're gonna take it. We're gonna take it back from the top, or not the top, from the middle. All right, everybody. We still with each other?
Yep.
Here.
Okay. All right. And okay, it's still broadcasting, so I just have to edit the middle part out.
Yeah, we kept the show rolling.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. All right, let me hit the button on the audio part. All right, we are back. Okay, so we were talking about you being a Taisha being a PR lady.
Yes.
And
publicist.
Yes, publicist. So talk about what it was that got you into being a publicist.
Well, I talked about it on your last show.
Mm-hmm.
However, it was back when I was in college. I was always really good in science when I was younger, so I decided, perfect, I'll be a pre-med major when I go to school. I'm a biology major, pre-med track. Got there, me and chemistry were not friends because I'm not a math girl. Shout out to all the STEM ladies in STEM, but I'm not one of them. I'm more of the English language, literary grammar kind of side. So I decided to change my major. There was a new major that had started at the university. It was called Integrated Marketing Communication. It had classes in like journalism, writing, newspaper editing, TV, radio, photography, just kind of all kinds of different kind of creative arts kind of thing. And I've always been a creative person, so I was like, hey, I'll give it a try. And so I took on that major, and it was just second nature. And I was like, this is really my thing. So I ended up in a radio station internship. I'm at a hip hop radio station in Charlotte, and that's pretty much when I got like the most exposure, started to be exposed to celebrities on a regular basis. So between, school and the marketing and PR and working at the radio station, with the celebrities, the celebrity publicist thing just kind of came together and it stuck. And, I ran with it.
All right. So one thing about being a manager or publicist is that you're kind of living. I don't want to say you're living for someone else, but you're helping someone else realize their dreams. What is that? What is that like?
You would think that it would feel differently to see someone kind of living this glamorous life and kind of being out there and getting all this press and this coverage. But in actuality, like the heart of a publicist, like that's what we enjoy. That's what we like. Lots of us are introverts and we don't want to be in front of the camera. Like we don't want to be the star of the show. So for me and a lot of the publicists that I know, like we're totally fine with being, the people behind the curtain because we really know what's up,
Right.
We know that a lot of the times that we're pulling the strings and that, we kind of make a lot of the magic happen. And I'm totally fine with that. Now it's like the age of social media and everyone likes to know and see, all the behind the scenes people. So, with technology, it's causing me to have to become more visible. But I definitely don't mind kind of playing that back role, that behind the scenes, and kind of having my clients out there because that's their thing, that's their gift to do. That's not my gift. My gift, I'm to help them. That's what my purpose is. It took me a long time to figure out my purpose because I felt like that was kind of like a servant role, but like who's going to be in charge? Someone has to be in charge. And so I had to change my mindset, that it's not a servant role. It's my purpose. That's what I'm here for. Somebody's got to do it. And it comes naturally to me. So it's my thing.
Mm. Yeah, I can definitely dig it. Now you two ladies, how long you said you guys known each other?
Since August.
Yeah, it was like the late summer.
Yeah, since late summer.
Okay, and what exactly drew you guys to each other?
You know what?
Yeah, they found me, so
Yeah, it's a little interesting. The coursework that we were in, there was a lot of people. And one of the benefits of being in this group was really the network that, whoever was in your class brought. So we were encouraged to really like reach out, kind of quote unquote, find our tribe within, find people. And so I told myself at the beginning of the course, like, you're taking this very seriously, but make sure that you're reaching out and making connections, because these connections can help like push you to where you need to go. There's people that you need to meet in this group. So for me, it just happened that in one of the postings, I said, whoever posts like either right before me or right after me, I'm going to comment. And basically it kind of went from there. It just so happened that it was like the right people at the right time commenting. And then there was like 3 of us in a row that were kind of beauty and fashion. And then Taisha was just like, hey, I want to be in there.
No, you guys tagged
Who
me
reached
in.
out to you? Oh, I
One
think
of you guys tagged
it
me
was Toni.
because I didn't have a group, and I was like, man, this is about to be awkward. Like the last kid picked at gym class, and I was like, oh. But I was
think it
looking
was
for
Toni.
other people. Yeah, I was looking at other people too. But listen, I was going deep with it because I was like, listen, I need this to be my squad. So I check out people's pages and I'm like, I'm not really feeling the vibe, or
Right.
I don't know, this person doesn't seem real, organized. So I was like, I'm just going to be by myself. And so just so happened when I was like, well, you know what? If somebody finds me, great. And just so happened, I would literally right after that, you know how like Facebook tells you like someone's tagged you, and someone had tagged me, was like, hey, we need a visionary, you want to be in our group? And I'm like, I don't know, let me check them out. And so I checked everybody out. I was like, everybody is like on top of their stuff, everyone is like somewhere different and really cool, and everybody is like gorgeous. I was like, this is my squad right here. So I was
I
like,
remember
yes,
you saying that.
absolutely. I know. I was like,
You were
everybody's
so
like,
enthusiastic. Like you were really. I feel like Toni was kind of administrating the group. Like I think I reached out to one person, and then I feel like Toni was like connecting all the dots for us, because I didn't even realize that she
well,
texted.
she's our taskmaster though.
She is.
That's
She
her
is.
thing. She
Yep.
lines it up. Listen, this is what we're gonna do. This.
Yeah, she set up our first calls, and it's really crazy how well we all connected. And and in a short period of time, I feel like we really have been a blessing and a support system in each other's lives. You know.
Oh.
And we started off like the 4 of us kind of talking on conference calls, but then, kind of as we got to know each other, and, sometimes it would be just me and Ebony and Toni, or sometimes it would be me and Ebony talking, or Ebony and Toni talking, or Carly, you know what I mean? So it didn't get to be where it was like all or nothing. It was like whoever, was available or whoever could relate to kind of what you're going through. So, it's not an all or nothing kind of thing. Like we just kind of keep in contact, and we reach out to each other.
Oh, that's great. Okay, so what do you guys see as far as the future? Like, what do you guys want to accomplish together? And do you guys have gifts that can help each other out to move forward for all of you guys?
Do you want to go, or you want me to go? Or?
You can go.
You know what? I don't know if we have a bigger picture of us all doing something together, but I think we are all committed to the fact that we are really in this coin collective. And though the seasons of our lives and our business have kind of like even transitioned, that we're committed to still being a support system to one another in the projects that we have. So when I was launching my website and things like that, they were like, let me know what you're doing. And we kind of promote each other. We share each other's work. We jump on each other's lives. We help kind of facilitate things. Like my Thursday night lives, sometimes I change into a new outfit that I'm showing. And I remember one day Toni was on and she was talking to people like, hey, where are you guys from? And, she kept it moving. She'll be back in a moment. So I feel like there's just kind of, I don't know, this underlying commitment to helping each other push towards our ultimate goals, even if it's in more low-key ways. But at the same time, Taisha's working on some things, and I'm like, girl, let me know, because I'm going to go to where you are. She's not close to me, but I believe in the vision and the things she has. And if I'm able to support her in that way, I definitely want to do that because I feel like that's what it's all about.
I love it. I love it. Oh, hold on a second. I need to do something. No, I love that you ladies are together and that you guys are trying to get things accomplished together because they always have those things that they say about women and they can't get along and all that kind of stuff. And I like the fact that you guys break through those things.
I don't think that's always true. You know what?
It's
I think it's sometimes people's own experience, and I think that people perpetuate it. Like I know some young women that say that and act in that way because of their mother's experience, not even their personal experience. So I think it's great that we are showing something different, and I don't even know if that's the norm that people can't get along. I think people say that, but I think a lot more of us are supporting each other. It just doesn't get as much attention as the women fussing and fighting and tearing each other down and not, building each other up.
I love it. Very well said. Definitely well said. So, so there's two other ladies. Unfortunately, they couldn't make it tonight, but we're gonna at some point do a part 2 and get them involved. But since they're not here, let's talk about them a little bit. Talk about the other two ladies that are in your clique.
Let's see. Well, there's Toni Roberts, and she is a beauty influencer, and then she also is a beast on like all things social media. I know she did social media for like Elf Cosmetics, and I know sometimes she did social media for Starbucks. But she is an entrepreneur, and she's a full-time entrepreneur now. Actually, yay for Toni. And she has a beauty influencers group. So basically it's for like influencers kind of starting out new in the business that want to make money from like YouTube and, emails and, the beauty influencers, the ones that I'm addicted to. I watch on YouTube all the time. And so I would say like when we started out with our group, like Toni was leaps and bounds ahead of us. She was already like live streaming every day and had like funnels and everything. She's killing it.
Wow.
And so we reached out to her a lot, like, please help us. Like, what are you doing? And she would just break it down for you. She helped Ebony like get her website together. She helped me like map out a course. She's stereotypical taskmaster. Like she's all about lists and getting it done, and it really works well for her. And then we have Carlene. And Toni is in Atlanta. And then we have Carlene, and she is in Brooklyn, and she's just this dope hairstylist. She also does like hairstyling, like educations. But she's so busy because, she's an entrepreneur, but she is also like in the shop every day, day in, day out, like doing hair. Like, I don't see how she does it. I know that she specializes in short hair. So if you're in Brooklyn and you're a short hair girl, like, Toni is who you want. And so she's great. She's such a character too. She has so much style and so much style and flavor. Yeah. She's very Brooklyn.
Oh, okay. And now I think I kind of low key want to be in your group. No, but no, that's amazing that that you ladies have this. And so do you guys have a name for your clique?
Well, sort of, kind of. We kind of joked around, but we haven't official. But just know that Fabulous is in it.
Wait a minute.
So we think we're like the Fab Four, but like we didn't get super duper creative with it. But like it doesn't matter. We're all doing like fabulous things, and we're making sure that we keep each other on track, because when we're rich and famous and at the top, we need other rich and famous friends that can afford to go to Cabo and things. So we're all committed that we are going to be that group to do that.
Now Taisha has been so great to me. She's helped me book a lot of her clients onto my program, and for a couple of years you were not on the scene, and then you reemerged. And you reemerged with something that you didn't have before you left the scene. And if you, I don't know if you want to share with that thing that there's something very beautiful.
Listen, only a man would put it like that. But back in 2015, 2016, like I was on my entrepreneurial stuff. I was on my grind. I was doing a whole lot of things. I had a lot of projects that I was working on. I had a client in LA that had a web series that was starting up. I had a client who's an actor on Game of Thrones out of the UK. And like right when all that is happening, I had a baby. So I took time off. So we have an older son. But I took some time off to kind of relax and do the mommy thing. I stayed home when he was little, but he's about 4 months old. I started back working again, and now he's almost 2. And I'm kind of back into my entrepreneurial swing, kind of full. This is a little different, kind of like having 10 years in between kids. So he's real fast and a lot of energy. I've slowed down over the past 10 years from when I had first son. So luckily my 11-year-old, he's fast. He can run after him. But it's definitely been a journey. And I was telling Ebony earlier that, like it takes, so I'm a stay-at-home mom and I'm an entrepreneur. And so the work-life balance, there is not, it's just all life. And so sometimes it can take me a whole day just to get like one thing done, a whole day just to edit a video, because it's start and stop and nap time and snack time and doorbell and laundry. But, I told her, even though I feel kind of defeated sometimes, like I can't just like grind it out like I want to, because that's how entrepreneurs are. We'll just go, go, go. But that if I get one thing done every single day, that's still 7 things that I got done that week. And that's like a lot. So, for anybody who's out there, trying to build a business or career or is an entrepreneur and they're, kind of doing the family thing really heavy, just like do what you can do when you can do it. Right. Because like anything is better than not doing anything at all.
Now, there was a reason why I not just to put your business out there in the street, but there's a reason why I wanted to mention that, because there are a lot of women out there who are either their new mothers, or they're thinking about having a child, and they are concerned about, I have this business and it's at the, it's about to grow. Should I wait? Or maybe they have some sort of fear about having a child and pursuing a business. Can you just talk to ways that, I know you took some time off, but can you give some advice to a woman who maybe is in the same situation or about to get in the same situation, or who's thinking about it?
Yeah. So I would say this: life is to be lived. Like I would never let anything stop me from building a family. Like family is everything. Family is the nucleus. Family is why most of us do what we do. You know what I mean? So I would never tell anyone to put off a child, to nurture a career, because that career could be gone like overnight. I've had that happen. I've had a career kind of one day I'm on top, the next day the job's eliminated. You know what I mean? So what if I had made all these like life decisions, kind of based on that? Like I would never recommend, so if financially, if you aren't in a place, stability, you aren't in a place, to have children or to grow your family, that would be your decision. But like, if you're ready and you're able, I would say go for it, like my doctor says, people, this, like when you're pregnant, there's all these things to be scared of. And like, I think Zika virus was like the thing when I was pregnant. And then, like not eating certain things like feta cheese. And so let me tell you what my doctor said. He said, people have been having babies for hundreds and hundreds and thousands of years and it's been fine. So I would tell people that, people have children every day for hundreds and thousands of years, and they still work and they still have social lives and they still date if they're single. They still get married. They still start businesses. They still build empires. Like it doesn't stop anything. So it's an excuse. if you're using that, you know, as a reason to not move forward, then it's really an excuse because life goes on, and you know, people have been here for centuries. It'll be fine.
Amen to that, definitely. And also you have a supportive husband as well, which helps as well. So
Yes.
although there are a lot of women who are single who are doing their thing, but in your
Yes.
case, you are blessed to have a supportive husband. So that's awesome as well.
Yeah.
Now, before we continue on, there's a couple of things I have to address. And I'm going to ask Taisha to show us your necklace. If you could put it a little bit closer.
This little thing.
Yeah. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So it says Queens get the money. And so it's kind of a couple years ago, probably right before I had the baby, I also had an online jewelry store called Color Coded Boutique, and then I kind of changed it to be Selfie Candy, and I was going to carry kind of like jewelry and accessories that were like dope for like live streams and selfies and kind of things. And so before I started it, I decided to buy a couple things and check them out. And so this necklace was one of the things that I got, and it says Queens get the money. And so like it's huge and just gaudy. So I don't really wear it, but I have like one of those velvet busts that I put it on. I keep it on, and I keep it on my desk. You know, like that's my little entrepreneurial thing, because it kind of reminds me of like the Cream, the Wu-Tang Cashews, everything around me. Cream get the money, but this is Queens get the money.
Actually, that's a Mobb Deep line.
What?
Yeah, Queens get the money. Yeah.
Oh, Queens get the money. Okay.
Right.
But I think when I saw this, I thought of, you know, the Cream, Cashews, everything around me, but then Queens get the money. Right. Dollar bill. Yeah. So that was my inspiration. But yeah, shout out to Mobb Deep. I love Mobb Deep. And so there was only one when I went back to get more. So I've just kept this, and I never wear it. But I saw this video on Facebook the other day, and you know, sometimes we just kind of pass by those videos, we watch them, we're like, oh, that's sweet, you know, tear. But it really bothered me because it must have been in my spirit, and it was this man who wore all these gaudy, like fancy clothes, and everybody always talked about him. And he said, like, I wear my clothes because I'm alive, and these are my things, and I'm gonna wear my good stuff like right now. Like, why keep that stuff in the closet, you know? So I was like, you know what? I'm about to wear this today. I've had it for years, and I've never worn it, but what an appropriate time to wear it.
and Aaron's giving you in the chat room is giving you props for it as well. He loves
you like it, Aaron?
Yeah, he likes it. and I got to point out, Ebony, I kind of see your nails. Can you show us your nails?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, see, those nails are nice. Popping.
Ebony is a fashionista. Like she is always pulled. Yes. Goals. Look at her makeup, her hair, her jewelry. Like she's always like that. Always like that.
I have to be honest about this. I have to be honest about it. Obviously, I didn't wake up like this, but it's just a way to kind of represent myself and gorgeous girls wherever I go. And like you said, that video, I saw that video. You said, like sometimes, you know, some families grow up like you wear your good stuff just on Sundays or on certain days. But I always say, like, your life is your catwalk. Like, be expressive every day, because you really don't know when your last day will be. You know, I have these handbags, and people say, well, I don't have anywhere to wear them. I say, a grocery store near me is ShopRite. I said, wear it to ShopRite. Like, I don't have to have a special day to wear it, you know? But it's also cool to be chill. Like, I want people to know, too, that, like, sometimes, especially with social media, we get into this hype, like, about what people look like in this perfection complex. And I kind of like fight that in some ways, even though this is the way I like to dress and do things. I feel like we all know that we have those times where we're tired. You know, I put these lashes on. I feel like there's a reality to it as well. So I kind of try to balance it out. Like, I am that glitzy girl. But it's fine.
And the earrings too are dope too. Those earrings.
These are available at IamGorgeousGirls.com.
Yes, plug it, honey.
I love it. Now you're in your store right now. I know we didn't talk about this before, but do you have any of your handbags? Do you want to show us?
So I'm not in the main portion of my store.
Okay.
I could happily go run and get a handbag.
Okay.
If you guys are cool with that, and I can come back.
Ooh,
sure, sure.
Do you have the fur clutch close by?
I do have one of them. One of them. Well, the one that I was
Go
holding
get the
for you,
clutch.
Pumpkin.
Yes. Listen,
The
y'all.
other
I
one
work for
sold this
fashion.
So
I need to get it.
But no, I'm keeping this one for you.
Thank
I'll
you.
be right back, I guess, and I'll show you a handbag.
Yeah.
All right. So
That's cool.
while she does that, me and Taisha will talk. And
yeah, I love Ebony's fashions, and she has a lot of stuff for like the plus size curvy girls that is so fashionable and like always on trend. Like I don't know how she knows like what's going to be popular, but she knows. Yeah, she's awesome at that. It's definitely her calling.
Yes. So, do you have any events or anything that's coming up that the public should be aware of?
Gosh, I have so much stuff going on. Like since I talked to you on the spotlight, like I felt like things were getting ready to pop off, and they really did. So I've been super busy in a good way. So my Black Business Network, we had our first holiday social, our first like in-person meet and greet. It was a holiday social. It was Saturday. It was cold and icy, and I was like, the people are not going to come, but they did, and it was great. And actually, a lady who's locally was running for Congress, she came by, and like she knew who I was and everything, and I was like, whoa, like. It's coming together. So that's great. And so I have a whole bunch of stuff like lined up for the Black Business Network for 2019. And I'm so excited about that. It's finally like coming together. And then also, I went ahead and I officially started my event curation company. It's one of those things that you kind of keep in an incubator and you kind of like, I don't know, should I? Or, but like the people wanted it. And it's called Brunch Money, and I'm curating events. And so my first event as Brunch Money, I'm doing in partnership with Craft Trap out of Atlanta, and it is going to be a trap art show. And it's called the Rutherford County Hot Chicken and Art Show. It's going to be in the Nashville area. It's going to be so dope. We got 21,000 square feet of space, and we're going to have artists and vendors, food vendors, a food truck park. We have Big V from the Nappy Roots, who's going to be a special celebrity invited guest. And like, it's just going to be so dope. And it's just really nice to have like the creative freedom like I want to kind of bring the kind of events that I like and the people that I like to my area. So I'm really happy to be so busy, and
I love it.
Gonna keep pushing forward.
I love it. And I know I've mentioned this before, but I have a nephew who goes to Fisk University, and you're not far from Fisk, right?
No, not at all. There's so many colleges in Nashville. Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure that he, when he goes back to school after the holiday, he connects with you. He's a junior. Sure. He's a junior. He was voted Mr. Junior. So he's a very good kid. So awesome. I'm gonna see him in Chicago. I'm going to Chicago.
Connect the dots.
I will definitely do that. All right. So Miss Ebony, so what do you got for us?
So I get really excited about this. This is what I do every Thursday night at 7:00 on Facebook.
Ooh, do your greeting.
So it's very interactive. So I say, it's Thursday night at 7:00, and this is Happy Hour Live. Your best, most fun and exciting way to shop the Gorgeous Girls Boutique if you can't make it down to our brick and mortar store, which is located in the downtown shops at 53 Main Street in Toms River. So I'm just going to show a few handbags. Really Happy Hour is the best way to shop. I do have the website, but all my new stuff is featured there. So this is our ball bag. I call it the Belle of the Ball bag. Very distinctive, a lot of different colors. I'll come a little bit closer so you can see it. This is kind of like the peacock print. It's like super cute. Very,
Oh, wow.
I've had people call me and said they saw someone at a conference and they followed them outside to find out where they got their bag. So this is our Belle of the Ball bag. Most of my bags come with shoulder straps as well. So if you don't like to carry them in your hand. So this is.
Oh, wow. I like it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. So I have a few things. This is the one Taisha wanted me to show.
Oh, nice.
Look at that. Look at that.
It's like a wristlet clutch. So super cute. I have things that are very simple, tote bags, very classic looks. with like 2 or 3 pieces in it, like this bag. And then I have, mixed media and patent leather,
Oh,
like
nice.
this bag, So I have casual, I have a little bit of something for everybody.
Nice. I like that. Well, can we go back to the last one?
The mixed media?
Yes. Oh yeah, that's dope. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Super
Oh
cute.
yeah. If
Very friend. You won't really see yourself coming and going. I don't buy many multiples, even though most of my customers are through happy hour, so they're all over the country. People kind of like the feeling of exclusivity, so I try to keep that going.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you get a caveman like myself comes into your establishment and he wants to buy something for his lady, but he's a caveman. He don't know nothing about no fashion. So do you help the fellas out? Because he wants to score some points. So
Absolutely.
So
I
what would you
do.
do to like say like say like a caveman like myself came in there and I had a lady that I needed to buy something for? How would you help him?
Well, I would ask you, things like, I think sometimes you don't realize what you know, but most of the time, even cavemen are paying attention to something. So sometimes it's based on maybe what they do for a living or what they like to do in their leisure time. So sometimes a tote works better. If you live in the city and you're on the go and you need something cute, but you need to be able to have an umbrella in your bag and like several things like that, then I may lean you towards something like that. But I also, in gift giving, sometimes it's an opportunity to go outside of what someone would buy for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's often hints of things they may have said to you or shown you, or you notice they like this color. So I try to ask questions, to kind of, pull some things that may work for her. And then I have gift cards if all else fails.
No, I mean,
Got her own stuff.
let me ask you a question though. Would you, if you were dating a caveman, would you prefer him come up with somebody? If no, I'm saying, would you prefer him to pick out something, or would you just rather have a gift card?
I personally want you to pick out something.
I don't.
I mean, that's because I'm also kind of like, it's the thought about it, and maybe if you like it for me, then maybe I'll try it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a little more open. I'm not like, why did you buy me that purple bag? But that's just how I am. If I feel like if I think you were thoughtful about it, it just depends. If you're thoughtful and considerate about it, then I'm okay with that. I'm not like, just give me the cash.
Just give me the cash.
Said, give her the cash. Please get the money.
This is actually a pain point, like with me and my husband, and it's funny, but it's not. But like, I like purses, and he likes to buy me purses, and he just likes to pick out what he likes to pick, and like, I can't get jiggy with it. Like, I still carry them, you know what I mean? And they're not bad, but like, I just do have a certain, like, a style. Like would a guy want you to like pick out his shoes? Like a tennis shoes. Like, they want to pick out their Jordans and walk around in them and high top, low top. Yeah, I think that's a kind of like a personal thing.
Really? But do you think he could like get your style and then shop accordingly? Because like my dad was able to shop for my mom. See, I think it's how you grew up and the experiences you've had directly. Mm-hmm. My dad used to buy my mom some bomb clothes, so he would just go to the boutique, whatever. So I guess that's my context too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess that would be your context. But I don't know. It's just certain things that I like to pick out myself. And like purses are one of them. So
got you.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, it's good to know though. So fellas, you're covered.
You just need to ask.
Yeah, open communication.
Worst case scenario, buy a purse with a gift card inside of it.
That's perfect.
I love it though. So fellas, you are covered when you go into her shop or online as well. So I love it though. But pretty much everything I've seen is pretty excellent. So you can't go wrong. I love it. I just love it too. I love
she has clothes and everything. Like, we aren't seeing. You just guys just have to watch Happy Hour Live. Like, it's so fun.
Mm-hmm. And now, what's the website address?
My website is IAMGorgeous GORGEOUS GIRZ. So girls is with a Z. And on my social media, Facebook, Instagram is I Am Gorgeous Girls.
All right, let me pull it up. Oh, okay. All right. See, now I am following you properly. I am following you
Got it.
properly. So let me put it into the chat. This
Thank you
is the
so
website.
much.
Yeah.
This is the website, and this is the Insta. I'm gonna add it into the show notes, so it'll be
Yep. And
there.
y'all, happy hour live is Thursday. So if you want to
7 p.m.
talk
Eastern
to
Standard
us,
Time.
and usually most of the Coin Collective, like we're on there off and on, kind of
Yeah.
hyping Ebony up.
You know what? I'm gonna be there. Why? I'm gonna
Listen,
be there.
speak to me. Let me know you're there. I mean, really, I have viewers all over, and it's crazy because literally 90% of my sales are from my happy hour live. You know, and that's the other thing about being an entrepreneur and being creative, and like how you have to kind of adjust your business plan sometimes and things you want to do. I have a brick and mortar store, but I wasn't getting a lot of foot traffic. And so I had to find a way to sustain my business. And I had this concept like, well, people go out for drinks and appetizers and get specials. Why can't we do that for clothing? And so I just did it and did it consistently. And it's just been, building.
Yes, and here's the website. I'm looking. You got some very nice wares on there. Let me go back. Yeah, see, this is the bag that you had, right? Right here, the first
Yeah,
bag.
it was a
Yes.
different variation, but yes, it was a ball bag.
Okay. See, we're gonna have to do some shopping, everybody.
Oh, see,
Support
we're
this
not
young lady.
shabby. Official.
Yes, yes, great. Yeah, great website as well, too, and using yourself as the model too. So that's brilliant.
Oh, and her mom. Her
Oh,
mom
you got mama
models
on
the
there?
her
My
mama
mom
is
is on there. If you
listen.
go to like the
Her
clothing
mom
section,
is mom goals.
The what
baby.
section?
if you go to like the home section and then look like to shop, and then go to like dresses, there's some pictures of my mother. She's very fabulous.
She's a
And
fox.
yes, she's gonna be 66, and she's just like amazing. If you go to like the categories and you go into dresses,
Oh, okay.
you'll be able to
Oh,
see.
right here. Is this dresses right here?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see, mama. Oh, is this mama?
There she is. Yeah.
Yep. She's almost 66 years old, y'all. So, I get it from her. I cannot.
There you go. And fellas, stop checking out her mama like that.
I know, right? She's funky. She's goals.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, no, that's awesome.
Super
Yes.
fly. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yes.
Shout out to Dr. Sarita Maddox.
Yes. So this is awesome. Yes. So
Hi,
I'm gonna make sure all your information is in the show notes so people can support. So I put it in the chat as well. So all right. So before we say goodbye, this actually I just want people to know that tomorrow is our last episode. We're having actually a Mars Venus on Monday as I'm traveling next week. So our finale is tomorrow. We have a one-on-one guest. It's a dating coach. His name is Alan Roger Curry. So
I'll be tuning in.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna love Alan Roger Curry. Yeah. he's a very interesting guy. He's been on the show before, and this is our first one-on-one interview. So he's going to be talking about the direct approach for men. He calls it mode 1 into picking up women. So yeah. So
we're gonna have to get the popcorn ready.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So you guys you're gonna love Alan Roger Curry. He's gonna be an interesting guest. A great guy. He's always really good when he comes on the show, and he's a very accomplished author as well as a YouTube personality as well. So that is tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern. Actually, I'm gonna be on a show every day until Friday. So
wow.
So yes. So I on Wednesday, what do I have going on Wednesday? I have something going on Wednesday.
Walking Dead.
No Walking Dead. It's
when can I get on that?
When it comes back. When it comes back, come on down.
I'll be caught up by then.
Yeah, it comes back. I think in February.
Yeah, and I gotta do Mayans next season too.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I was a big time Sam Crow fan.
Oh yeah, I know, right? Let's see. Wait, what am I? Oh, no, Friday I'm on. I have a show. It's the spotlight finale, and it's actor Robert Parham, and he's talking about his movie Jackson Bolt. So that is Friday. So I know I'm doing something Wednesday. I'm gonna be on Dr. Vibe show on Thursday. So
wow.
yeah, so busy
Yeah,
week.
you are. You know
Yes.
what? I noticed like the driven entrepreneurs, like we don't let up off the gas toward the end of the year. We hit harder. You know how people are just kind of like slowing down and they're getting in chill mode. Like us dedicated entrepreneurs, that's when we're like go mode, and you're doing the exact same thing, like
Right.
to the bitter end of 2018, getting it in. I think we're all kind of right there.
And my wonderful co-host, she just came in and she was working very hard. So she said that she fell asleep. So she's a very, very hard worker.
We understand.
So but I'm sure she'll be on when we do our part 2. So
awesome.
This part of the show, now we've done rapid fire with you, Taisha. So I'm gonna spare you from that again. But Ebony doesn't get away. We're gonna do rapid fire with Ebony. So
okay, so listen, before we do that, can I plug one thing? I'm so sorry, I forgot to mention it.
Sure.
My website, TaishaBradley.com. Please sign up. Like my mailing list is now active. I will legit be emailing everybody like great things. And tomorrow, later on tonight when I pop off, I have a video that I'm debuting, and it's called Seat Fillers 101, How to Be a Celebrity for a Day as a Seat Filler. And it's me and another business friend, and we're talking about our experiences as seat fillers. I was one for the National Association of Black-Owned Broadcasters Award in 2006, and she was just recently one in the CMA. So we kind of talk about our experience and kind of like our do's and don'ts, and we help other people out who want to be a seat filler. So check my website for it because it's dope. It's about an hour long, but it's really, really great. It exceeded our expectations. It's really cool.
The one time I was a seat filler, it was in junior high. So it was a long ass time ago. It was for the American Music Awards. And I was a seat filler. The only person I really cared about, because I'm a big hip hop person, was LL Cool J. I was the seat filler for LL.
Nice.
So yeah, right. So we'll get into what a seat filler is.
We actually talk about that, like how you fill the seats, like when the celebrities are going to present or get an award, like somebody has to sit there.
yeah, someone has to sit in the seat because they don't want it to pan to the crowd, and there's like all these empty seats.
Yeah,
so people
we
actually,
talk about all of that.
Yeah. So I didn't even know what the heck it was.
Seat Fillers Club. Go ahead.
I was a seat filler for a day. That's for sure.
You'll really like this. You'll really like the video. So I think everybody should go to my website and check it out. It's fun.
All right. So Ebony. Okay. So rapid fire. So a couple of years ago at Coachella, there was a hologram concert for the rapper Tupac. So what dead artist or band would you like to see a hologram concert of?
I feel like I'm going to be horrible at this.
There's no wrong answers. There's only one wrong. There's only one wrong answer. Justin Bieber.
He's not dead.
I'm like a huge gospel person. So,
okay, it could be gospel.
Mm-hmm. They have to be dead though. Yeah,
they have to be dead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm horrible. I'm so sorry. I was ready.
You know, it's supposed to catch you up. Mahalia Jackson, that's good.
That's
good. My answer was Biggie, so you already doing better.
I don't know. I just wasn't. My brain was not ready for that.
Okay.
I thought this was gonna be business oriented.
This is business. This is so business.
I promise I'm not.
This is so business. Okay, so Shannon popped in. Hey Shannon.
Hey Shannon.
Do you want to do a rapid fire for her?
That's why I showed up. I was I gotta go to work, but
go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, last week I did Prince.
Okay.
Today I'm going to have to do Luther Vandross. Have to.
Oh, so you're gonna answer the rapid fire questions? I thought you were gonna
Oh,
fire off some rapid fire questions.
Oh, I thought she
Oh,
was
my
gonna do
bad.
some Prince rapid fire questions. I
But-
was like, wait, tag me in.
my bad. I'm so sorry. I thought I was supposed to answer the question.
Prince is a
We'll
good
take that as
answer.
well.
We'll take
Prince is a good
Okay.
answer.
Okay. All right.
Good
So,
answer.
what's your ultimate favorite guilty pleasure junk food, Ebony?
Junk food. Doritos, maybe.
Doritos.
I'm kind of a savory kind of person. I don't know. I'm more like, can I be honest? I'm more of a food person. You know what I mean? You guys can keep the snacks and give me a chicken wing. I don't need cake. I would like another chicken wing.
I want both. Give me both.
Okay, so you make wonderful clothes for ladies. What is a celebrity you would love to be seen with one of your wares?
A celebrity.
Mhm.
Okay, I really would like to work with some gospel music artists. So I don't know if like this is my number one, but I would like to work with Tasha Cobbs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tasha
I
Cobbs.
would like
Okay.
to work with Tasha Cobbs because I like, want to help out the curvy girls.
All right. We are down with the curvy girls for sure. Okay. So, what is your give me one of your favorite Christmas songs?
Christmas songs. This is horrible. I'm like not rapid at all. My favorite stuff. Maybe like this Christmas because it's like fun and
Okay.
yeah, I like this Christmas.
All right. Christmas movie. What's one of your favorite Christmas movies?
Wasn't this Christmas the Christmas movie too?
Yeah.
Yes. You cannot use that answer again.
Yeah, I like this Christmas.
Okay. And let's see this. All right. This is what we close with. All right. You got to help a brother out. Okay. So you're based in what city?
New Jersey, Toms River, New Jersey.
New Jersey, right? And Aaron is actually in New Jersey as well. So you got to help a brother out. A young man is taking a young lady out on a date, and he needs your help. So you have to tell them the perfect date to take a young lady out. It's their first date.
In New Jersey, I would probably tell you to get on the bus and go to New York City.
You gotta help him out. He needs your help. Tell him where to go. Where to go.
Where to go does it have to be in New Jersey?
Okay,
It has to be in where you live.
somewhere
in New
close
Jersey.
enough.
I'm like right in the middle where like you can get to New York City, you can get to Philadelphia, and like when you want to get it popping, that's what you do.
Okay, well, tell us that. What would you suggest?
I'm into music venues and good food. And one place I like to go in the city is SOBs. It's a small venue. They have good food and they have artists come in from all over, as well as usually they open up with local artists. So I think it's a nice little vibe. So that's a place I like in the city that I go to sometimes. So okay.
All right.
Down to Brazil.
All right. And once again, the name of the city you are in New Jersey?
Toms River. Has anyone heard of it? If you have
you heard of that, Aaron? Toms River?
Sounds fancy.
Yeah, I know, right? It sounds awesome. Sounds awesome.
Exit 80 off the Parkway. Everyone wants to know where you are, off the Parkway or the Turnpike. We're off the Parkway. We're like 45 minutes from Atlantic City, north of Atlantic City. He's like, still don't know what it is.
Steph says Toms River is boring.
It's crazy.
You know what? You didn't do a great job of pitching the city.
You know what? I gotta be honest. I mean, I was born and raised here. I've lived all over the country though, and so this wasn't my top place. But I feel like it's a great place to raise a family. You know what I mean?
But I'll tell you how you can end the date. That will definitely get you some play. Is you end up at Gorgeous Girl Boutique and you get her a nice handbag or some earrings or a wraparound her. There you go.
Or a whole ensemble.
You do that, and then the date will be perfect. I'm sure she'll be happy. She'll be blushing from ear to ear. and it'll be great. And then you can just watch the grass grow because there's nothing else to do.
In the summer, the beach, you can go to the beach, the boardwalk.
Yeah. All right. So thank you, ladies, so much for coming on the show. I mean, this was awesome. Everybody in the chat room has really enjoyed having you ladies on, and this was so much fun. I can't wait to do part 2. It'll be next season because tomorrow's the season finale. But we'll have all the ladies there, and I'm sure you'll have so many more experiences to talk about. And so I'm going to start off with you, Ebony. Once again, tell us how we can get something from you, from your Gorgeous Girls boutique, and also about your Thursday show.
Okay, so you can definitely follow me on social media, on Facebook and Instagram at I Am Gorgeous Girls, GIRLZ. Also, IamGorgeousGirls.com. You can join me every Thursday night at 7 o'clock for Happy Hour Live, and that's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
All right, and I will be there this Thursday. I'm going to check it out. So I think we're connected on Facebook. If not, we will make sure and just put me on the list.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Thank you. And Taisha, you know what? Once again, Taisha, I'll keep saying this. Taisha is one of my favorite people in the world. I am, she just recently hooked me up with this a friend of hers who was a publicist, and I had a wonderful show with one of her clients, B Holmes, who's a fantastic rapper. If you haven't checked out that show, it's a great interview. So thank you so much, Taisha.
You're welcome.
So I know you did just once again give us your social media and what we can expect from you.
Yeah, so if I'd known we were gonna do wrap up, I'd have waited to the end. I thought I'd take my chance. But my name is Taisha Bradley. I'm a celebrity publicist and event curator. You can find everything about all the PR services that I offer and all of the trainings and the events that I'm working on at my website, and that's TaishaBradley.com, TAIISHA Bradley.com, and on social media I'm at Taisha Bradley or at Taisha Bradley MA, which stands for Master of Communication Arts, not Ma.
Hilarious. And Shannon Ford Jefferson, how can people get you in social media?
After tomorrow night, you can't. I'm gonna be in the bed. Yeah, I have no idea. I have to be at work at midnight. So Shannon Ford Jefferson on all of my Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, that's it. Shannon Ford Jefferson.
All right. And you can get me at Kente F. That's KINTEF on Twitter. You can get me at Kente Ferguson, KINTEFERGERSON on Instagram, and you can go to my website, indyradio.org. That's INDY radio.org. Tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern, right here on YouTube, as well as Indie Radio. We will have our final episode of the year. Once again, like I said, it's with Alan Roger Curry. You guys will love him or not. And that's tomorrow. And like I said, you guys have a great rest of your week. God bless you, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.